We are starting on Brachos now on Daf Hey Omid Beis. This is Brachos Daf 5b. The Gemara just left off on Daf 5a, where Tana taught in front of Rabbi Yochanan. Any person who is osek b'Torah, who learns Torah, and he's involved with Gemilas Chasadim, he's involved with Chesed. Now picking up on Daf Hey Omid Beis, the kover as banav, and he buries his children. His children die, Rachmana litzlan. Mochalin lo al kol avonosav. Such a person, he is forgiven for all of his sins. Amar le Rabbi Yochanan said to him, Bishlam Torah ugemilas chasadim. I understand Torah and gemilas chasadim dichsiv, like it says bechesed ve'emes yechupar avon. With chesed and emes, you are forgiven. A person is forgiven for his sins. Chesed zu gemilas chasadim. Chesed refers to gemilas chasadim. Shene'emar, like it says rodef tzedakah v'chesed yimtza chayim. One who chases tzedakah and chesed will find life. Tzedakah v'chavod, righteousness and honor, and emes zu Torah. Emes is Torah, as it says, shenemar, like it says, emes kenevi al timchor. You should purchase emes, which refers to Torah, and don't sell it. So we understand where the source is for Torah and Gemilas Chasadim, for Torah and Chesed, that it's going to create a forgiveness for all of a person's sins. Ela kover es banav minayin. Where's the source that somebody who buries his children, he merits this? Tana le'ahu saba mishum Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai. A certain elder taught in the name of Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai. Asya avon avon. We learn it out Gzeira Shava from the word avon. Ksiv hachab chesed ve'emes yichupar avon. It says over here that a person is forgiven for his sins with chesed and emes. Ksiv hasam, and it says over there, mishalem avon avos el chek b'nehem. Pays the sins of the fathers to the sons. So here you have a reference of fathers to their sons, fathers to their children, with the word avon. The Gemara continues, Amar Rabbi Yochanan said, Negaim ubanim einon yisurin shalava. A negaim, which is a form of spiritual leprosy, ubanim, and children, a person's children dying, are not considered yisurin. They're not considered afflictions shal ahava, afflictions of love. Unegaim lo, are negaim really not considered Yisurin Shalava? V'hatanya, we learned in a brisa. Kol mi sheyesh bo echad me'arba maros negaim halalu. Anybody who has one of these four negaim, einon ela mizbach kapara. It is like a sacrifice, a mizbach, an altar of kapara, of forgiveness. So the Gemara, so it seems like it should be Yisurin Shalava. Gemara answers, Mizbach kapara have it. It might be a Mizbach kapara, Yisurin Shalava lo have it. It does not mean that it is Yisurin Shalava. V'ba Yisema, if you want, we can give another answer. Halon v'halahu. It depends who it's for, the people of Eretz Yisrael or the people of Babel. If you take a look in Rashi explains, Be'eretz Yisrael sha'arei choma mekudeshes ba u'mitzora ta'un shiluach. In Eretz Yisrael, a mitzora needs to be sent out of the city, chutzalan, outside the city, einon yisurin shalava. That, since he's sent out of the city, that is not considered yisurin shalava. Bavel she'ein tunin shiluach v'hein mizbach kapara have yisurin shalava. Bavel, where this is not the case, is yisurin shalava. And if you want, we can say another answer, ha bitzina, ha bifar hesi. It depends if it happens to the person in private or in public. Gemara says, ubanim lo, are banim children not considered to be a mizbach, a yisurin shalava? Hechidami, what's the case? If we're talking about where he has the children and they die. But Rabbi Yochanan said, Dain garma dasi rabir. This is the bone of my 10th child. Apparently he was saying it is yisurin shalava. Rather, in one case, it's when you do not have them at all. That case, it's not considered. And in a case where a person has the children and they die, that is considered Yisurin Shalava. And that's why Rabbi Yochanan said, Dein Garma Dasira Bir. Rabbi Yechia bar Abba, Cholash. Rabbi Yechia bar Abba was sick. All Lagabe Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan came to visit him. Amar Lei said to him, Chavivin olacha Yisurin, are your Yisurin beloved to you? Do you enjoy your Yisurin? Amar Lei said to him, Lohein v'lo schar, I don't enjoy them and I don't want their reward. Amar Lei, he said to him, Havli yodech, give me your hand. Yoav le yodei v'ukme. He gave him his hand and he was able to heal him. Rabbi Yochanan Cholash, Rabbi Yochanan was sick. Ol Lagabe Rabbi Chanina. Rabbi Chanina went to visit him. Amar Lei, he said to him, Chavivin olacha Yisurin, are the Yisurin beloved to you? Amar Lei, he said to him, Lo hein v'lo sechara, not them and not their reward. Amar Lei said to him, Havli yodach, give me your hand. Yoav le yodeh, he gave him his hand, v'ukme, and again he made him better. So the Gemara asks, Amai, why? Lukim Rabbi Yochanan l'nafshe. If Rabbi Yochanan was able to heal someone else, why can't he heal himself? Amri, they say, Ein chavish matir atzmo mibeis ha'asurim. Somebody who's in prison cannot free himself from prison. Rabbi Yochanan was able to heal others, but not himself. Rabbi Eliezer cholash. Rabbi Eliezer was sick. Oh, legabe Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan went to visit him. Chazet dehavik hagoni bevayis afil. He saw that he was in a dark house. Gal Yeladare, he revealed his arm. He pulled up his sleeve, and nafal nahora, and light shone forth. Chazia dehavik habachi Rabbi Eliezer. And he saw that when he saw the light, he saw that Rabbi Eliezer started to cry. Amar lei said, Amai kabachis, why are you crying? Imisham Torah de lo efshas, if it's because of the Torah which you were not able to learn in the same fashion that I was, Shaninu, it's been taught. Echad hamar b'v'echad hamamid. Whether a person learns a lot, whether a person learns a little, uvilvad sheyechav in libo l'shamayim, as long as he has the right intention. V'imisham mizone, and if it's because you weren't able to accumulate as much food or as much wealth, lo kol adam zocha l'shtei shulchanos. Not everybody is zocha, not everyone merits 2 tables, that he should have spiritual and material wealth. V'im misham b'ni, and if it's because of the children, dein garma dasi rabir. Here's the bone of my 10th child, you should know I lost my children. Amar lei said to him, lahai shufra debali ba'afra kabachina. I'm crying because of this beauty that one day you're going to die and it's going to go into the dust of the earth. That's why I'm crying. When I saw the light shine from your skin, that caused me to cry. Amar lei said back to him, Al dov vadai kavachis. On this certainly it is fitting for you to cry. Uvachu travayu, and they both cried. Adahachi vahachi. As the time went on, Amar lei, he said to him, Chavivin alecha yisurin, are your yisurin beloved to you? Amar lei, he said to him, Lohein v'lo schar, not them and not their reward. Amar lei, he said to him, Hav li yodach, give me your hand. Yoav la yodei v'ukme. He gave him his hand, and he was able to make him better. Now the Gemara continues, Rav Huna tekifu lei arba meya doni dechamra. Rav Huna, it spoiled for him 400 barrels of wine. It turned into vinegar. Alagabe Rav Yehuda achua de Rav Salach Hasida v'Rabbanan. They came to visit him, Rav Yehuda, the brother of Rav Salach Hasida, and the Rabbanan. V'yamri lo, some people say it was Rav Ada bar Ahava v'Rabbanan. It was Rav Ada bar Ahava and the Rabbanan. V'yamru lei, and they said to him, La'ayin mar b'milei. The master, you should check into what you've been doing, why you got this punishment. Amar lahu, he said to them, Mi chashidna beinaychu. Am I suspect in your eyes? Amrulei, they said to him, Mi chashid kuchabrichu da avedina belodina. Well, is HaKadosh Baruch Hu suspect that he would do a judgment that was not just? Amar lahu, he said to them, I'ika man deshmi olai milsa. If there's anybody who heard anything about me, lema they should say it. Amrulei, they said to him, Hachi shmi alon. This is what we heard. Delo yohev mar shavish alarise. You didn't pay the portion that was supposed to be paid to the sharecropper, to your sharecropper. Amar lahu, he said to them, Mika shavik li midi minei. So he basically said the sharecropper stole from me. He didn't leave for me. Hakagonev leikule. He stole it all. Amrulei, they said to him, Hainu damri inshi, that's what people say, Basar ganva ganov v'tayim otoyim. Following a thief, the person tastes another thief. One thief causes another person to steal. Amar lahu, so he said to them, Kebilna alai diyohivna le, I do accept upon myself to give him his portion. Ika de amri, some people say, Hadar chola v'havachamra, that a miracle happened essentially and the vinegar turned back into wine. V'ika de amri, and some people say, Ayaker chola v'izdav bidmei chamra, that vinegar at that time got more expensive and it sold for the same amount of money as wine. Tanya, we learned in a brayso. Abba ben Yamin Omer, Abba ben Yamin says, Al shnei devorim hayisim mitzdar. There are 2 things which I pay attention to, which I make sure about. Kol yomai, all the days of my life. Al tfilasi shtei lefnei mitasi. First, that my davening should be in front of my bed. Ve'al mitasi shtei nesuna bein safon ledarim, and that my bed should be placed north to south. Al tfilasi shtei lifnei mitasi, the first one. On my tefillah, that it should be in front of my bed. My lifnei mitasi. What does this mean, before or in front of my bed? Ilemo lifnei mitasi mamish. If you say that it means literally in front of his bed, he would try to daven in front of his bed. That does not make sense. But Rav Yehuda said in the name of Rav. V'itema Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi. Some people say Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi said. Minayin lemispalo shelo yehei davar chotzetz beno levein akir. How do we know that a person should not have anything separating between him and the wall? Shenemar, like it says, Vayasev Chizkiyo panav el akir vayispalo. He turned to the wall and he prayed and he davened. So that cannot be the meaning. So the Gemara says, Lo tema lifnei mitasi, elo ema samuch lemitasi. So you're right, it doesn't mean literally in front of the bed, in front of my bed. Rather, it means near my bed. Rashi explains, near my bed means that it was the thing he did immediately upon waking up. This is what he did. V'al mitasi shdehei nesuna, Bein Safan Ladarim, and on my bed that it should be placed between north and south. The Amar Rabbi Chama Rabbi Chanina Amar Rabbi Yitzchak. Rabbi Chama Rabbi Chanina says in the name of Rabbi Yitzchak, Kol hanosin mitaso bein Safan Ladarim. Anyone who places his bed north to south, Havin leBanim Zacharim, will have children who are males. Shenemar, like it says, with Safuncha Tamale Bitnam Yisbu Banim. You've filled up your stomachs with these treasures, and your children become satisfied. And the Gemara here is darshaning Tzafuncha like Tzafan, like north. So if you place your davening, you place your bed between Safan and Daram, then Yispu Banim will have sons. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, Amar Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak says, Af ein ishto ma'pelas nefolim. Also, his wife will not miscarry. Ksiv hacho tzfuncha tamale bitnam. It uses the word bitnam, beten. Ksiv hasam, and it says over there, vayimlu yamel ledes. Her days became filled, and she gave birth. V'nei tomim bivitna, and behold, there were twins in her stomach. So you'll have a successful birth. Tanya was taught in a brisa. Abba ben Yamin Omer. Abba ben Yamin says, "Shenayim shenichnasu lehispalel v'kodam echad mehem lehispalel v'lo himtin es chaveiro." If two people enter a daven and one of them finishes early and he doesn't wait for his friend, v'yatz, and he leaves, torfin lo tfilaso b'fanav. We tear up his tefillah, his prayer, in front of him. Shenemar, like it says, toref nafsho be'apo halamancha teozev oretz. Tears up his soul in his anger. Is it because of you that the earth is forsaken? So here the soul, Rashi explains, it refers to tefillah, and it is as if the tefillah is torn up in front of him. Teyazev aretz, Teyazev, forsaken, he forsook, he left his friend. Below, not only that, he causes the divine presence, he causes the Shekhinah to leave Klal Yisrael, to leave the Jewish people. Shenamar, like it says, Vayatak Tzur Mimekomo, the rock leaves its place. Ve'in Sur El HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Who is the rock? The rock refers only to Hashem. It refers to God. Shenamar, like it says, Sur Yelad Chateshi, the rock that gave birth to you, you didn't pay attention to, you were not mindful of, and so therefore the word sur there is used for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So again it says he causes that the Shekhinah leaves Klal Yisrael. V'im himtin lo masacharo. Gemara says if he does wait for his friend, what is his reward? This ends Daf Hey Amid Beis, Daf 5b, Maseches Brachos, and we will continue to see what his reward is on Daf Vav Amid Aleph.